If we could have people sort of gather around towards this area too, that'd be great. Thanks.
Good morning. Okay, you can do better than that. It's a beautiful day. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much, and welcome to this very special day in the history of Northeast Community College. I am Leah Barrett, the college president. This is literally and figuratively, well, sort of, a groundbreaking event, or a mid-construction event, as we'd like to call it, for Northeast Agriculture Program. Our college has embarked on a project that will ensure the next generation of rural Americans have an opportunity to be educated and trained in a 21st century facility. With our 500-acre college farm and these beautiful buildings that are rising around us. These will be facilities that will integrate new instructional space, labs, and study areas to allow our faculty and students to better interact with one another. You can already see behind me and to my left the progress that has been made to erect these new facilities. Now, these are more than just new buildings. Northeast NEXUS project is an innovative collaboration of facilities that are, in themselves, tools of the trade that will allow our students to learn through experiences as well as theory. They will instill a pride among our students as they prepare to enter the workforce, and for many of them, return to their hometowns and their farms to ensure the region has opportunities to be prosperous and grow through either their own operation or by being employed by the myriad of businesses that are vital to this industry. Our farm and these new facilities are an opportunity to partner with other academic institutions from across the region as members of a regional compact to keep our local farms and our local businesses focused on innovation and economic vitality. Members of the Northeast Nebraska Agriculture and Natural Resources Education Compact include Northeast Community College, Little Priest Tribal College, Nebraska College of Technical Agriculture, Nebraska Indian Community College, the University of Nebraska-Lincoln College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources, Wayne State College, and Wayne Community Schools. Together we work to improve college and career readiness, educational attainment, community and economic vitality, and growth by combining the strengths of each entity to increase educational and workforce development as it relates to agriculture and natural resources across this region of our state. My grandfather owned a small farm just 2 hours north of here, near the town of Spencer, South Dakota. Although he didn't graduate from high school, he found multiple ways to earn a living. He was innovative, thoughtful, and so very smart. His farm had about 50 head of cattle most years. He had one field where he'd grow corn or soybeans. He owned a small livestock truck and hauled cattle all around eastern South Dakota. He could rattle off auction calls like nobody's business. I wish I would have learned that. The farms of today are much different of that of my grandfather's. As Northeast invests in the NEXUS project, I encourage you to continue to invest in our students, our future leaders in agriculture. My grandfather would have been 100 this year. He'd be amazed by today's modern agriculture and vitality. I am so glad that you are here with us as we celebrate the beginning of a new day and preparing these wonderful students, bright, eager, and willing individuals to establish legacies of their own in an industry that's so significant to our region, our state, and our world. I want to take a few minutes and introduce some of our guests today. Thank you for taking the time to be with us, whether you're here in person or watching from across the world. When I call your name, I ask that you please stand or give us a wave, and we ask that you hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. First, I'd like to introduce members of the Northeast Board of Governors. Donovan Ellis of Pierce. There you are, Donovan. Del Ames of Neely. You guys, I can't get over it. I'm sorry. Neely. It's been 9 months. Work with me a little bit. Nicole Solodchek of O'Neill. Carol Sybil of O'Neill. Jean Willers of Pilger. Terry Wilson of West Point. Julie Robinson of Norfolk. Dirk Peterson of Norfolk. Jeff Shearer of Beamer. Our board chair, Steve Anderson of Concord, and member Arlen Keene of South Sioux City are unable to be with us this morning. We also have members of the Northeast Community College Foundation Board of Directors. Bill Teakle of Atkinson. Kendra Barnes and Matt Hosing, both of Norfolk. Jean Riegel of Madison, as well as Clark Gottschall, Larry Posnecker, and his wife Lois from Atkinson. In addition, we have some of our local elected officials and other special guests joining us. They include Senator Joni Albright, Senator Tim Greigert, and Speaker Jim Scheer. If you are here representing your city or county, please stand and raise your hand if we did not get you on the list. Thank you, Mayor Moaning of Norfolk. I didn't recognize you for a second, so give me just a small pause. Thank you for wearing your mask. I would also like to recognize and give a huge shout out to our colleagues from the Norfolk Chamber of Commerce that are here today to help us with our groundbreaking activities, so thank you. I would also like to introduce members of the architectural team and representatives of the general contractor on this project. From Wilkins Architecture, Design, and Planning of Kearney, we have Kaylee Eklund, Principal and Project Manager, Jacob Sertic, Principal and Project Manager, Wes Seals, Project Manager, and Celia Timms, our Interior Designer. And from Kingery Construction of Lincoln, I'd like to introduce Rob Behrens, President, Rick Wintermute, Vice President, Rick Edmonds, Project Manager, and Steve Honens, Project Superintendent. We'd also like to extend our sincere thanks and appreciation to several individuals for their role in helping us get to this point. First, Steve Schramm, who just can't stop working at Northeast, so thank you, Steve Schramm. Colleen Bressler, who was our interim vice president for administrative services, and Brandon McLean, our director of our physical plant. Brandon, I know I saw you somewhere, so there you are, back in the background as always. And also all the members of our construction planning team for all of your efforts and hard work to develop the plans to get this work literally off the ground. It takes a lot of heavy lifting by many to complete a project of this magnitude. I would also like to offer our sincere appreciation to all of our donors who are here today and watching online. They have and are continuing to invest in the future of agriculture in Northeast and North Central Nebraska by contributing to this campaign. Your generous contributions are a testament to the importance of this project. These are gifts that will benefit generations to come. If you are a donor, please stand or raise your hand to be recognized, and we're going to give them a round of applause. And now I get to introduce the very special group of our faculty, our staff that are surrounded by our students. This special group of people has also stepped up in such a big way to support the NEXUS campaign. Collectively, the faculty and staff of Northeast Community College have pledged $132,000 to the campaign and have been such wonderful advocates of the projects. Their financial investment demonstrates both the commitment to the college and the need they see for new facilities for our agricultural department and our students. Faculty and staff, please stand or raise your hand to be recognized. And two very important people to my right, your left, are our Agriculture, Math, and Science Dean, Corrine Morris, and our Associate Dean, Tara Smija, and our group of Ag faculty. Raise your hands really high. Really high there. Thank you very much. You have created one of the best two-year agriculture programs in the United States. Thank you. To the past, current, and future students, who many of them are with us today, from just 3 students at the start of our program to now more than 350 annually, you are why we are here. Thank you for your commitment, your dedication, your families that encourage you to join us, and your contributions today and in the future as you pursue a career in the agriculture industry that is so imperative across the world now more than ever. Students, raise your hands so we can give you a round of applause. There's a lot of thank yous that have to happen today, but I'm not going to be the only one that does those. So now it's my pleasure to introduce Jeff Shear of Beamer, Northeast at-large member of the Board of Governors and the Board of Governors liaison to the College Foundation.
Thank you, Dr. Barrett. I enjoyed listening to the story about your grandfather. My great-grandfather raised Belgian horses south of Pilger back in the teens and 20s, and he'd be amazed at this equipment sitting here on this lot today. Thank you again, President Barrett, for joining us here in Northeast Nebraska and embracing our passion for agriculture and continuing the great momentum that was begun by our past leader. We as a board appreciate the leadership and vision by our faculty, staff, and previous leadership to get us here to this point where we can celebrate new beginnings for the college's agricultural program, our single largest program of study with over 350 students annually. Northeast Community College's mission is demonstrated in its dedication to the success of its students and the region it serves. I see and hear firsthand the impact of our agriculture graduates in our local communities, working as agronomists, vet techs, veterinarians, conservationists, precision ag technicians, sales managers, and more. They are working at the local implement dealers, the cooperatives, banks, and local seed sales representatives. Our success as an institution is rooted in what we give back to our local communities. That is what this project is all about. Northeast Community College is doing its part to feed the world in conjunction with the farmers, ranchers, and feeders across northeast and north central Nebraska. I'd like to personally thank Dr. Tracy Cruzy and her team, alongside a wonderful group of volunteers who work tirelessly to tell our story about the need for these facilities, the impact to future generations of students, and our need to serve our rural communities and support the bedrock of our local economy. I had the privilege of working alongside Dr. Cruzy during my tenure on the Northeast Foundation Board and served as Foundation Vice President when this vision was first being developed. Shortly thereafter, I had the opportunity to be appointed to fill an open seat after a Board of Governors vacancy, and I saw the opportunity to be in a better position to provide leadership and support to an organization I believe in very deeply. I am proud to serve on the Board of Governors, very proud to represent the residents of the 20-county region that it serves, and especially proud of the work this dedicated group of people do each and every day to support the mission and vision of Northeast Community College. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Cruzy to the podium.
Thank you, Jeff. I can't thank you enough. I can't thank the members of the Board of Governors enough for the support of our efforts. It took a very dedicated group of people to be where we're at today. I personally want to also give a shout out to two very important people who are sitting with us here today, and our great group of volunteers who really work tirelessly to help us make this job happen here. Russ Baring of Scribner, Jean Regal of Madison, you answered the call when we came knocking. As employers in the ag industry, thank you. Yes, please clap. As employers in the ag industry, you knew firsthand the important role that Northeast Community College plays in their supporting your workforce needs. And I also want to thank the volunteers who were part of this campaign, helping us open doors and foster relationships to generate the financial resources to make this project a reality. This started with a vision and a plan. And actually, if you trace it back far enough, it actually goes back to the early days of the college when Chuck Pullman was dean of the agriculture department and we had just a handful of students. Actually, I think, is Linda Pullman here? Hi, Linda. Thank you. Appreciate it. We also might have a few students from our first graduating class. Darwin Blank of Madison, Tim Spatz of Plainview, and Miles Jenkinson of Plainview. Are any of you here? Okay. Those were the first 3 students of our first class here at Northeast. With Chuck's leadership and with the board's vision, the college purchased the 554 acres and associated farm buildings in the early 80s from the state of Nebraska when the program was in its infancy. Fast forward to the late 1990s, and ag enrollment had grown to about 180 students. Chuck and the ag faculty began articulating the need for more modern farm facilities and had a vision to create what we are building here today. Although we have been calling these buildings Phase 1 of the NEXUS project, Phase 1 really began with the building of this Chuck Pullman Ag Complex in 2004. The college invested in a number of improvements to those 1920s era farm facilities over the years, including the repurposing of the main dairy building into 4 functional areas of vet tech, livestock handling, a mechanics bay, and classroom. But ultimately, the facilities were undersized and inadequate for today's large animals and the size of equipment that we have today. As a result of the strategic envisioning that happened in 2015, Northeast began to prioritize capital funds for this project and invested in new faculty and programming. Most recently, we began a new precision ag program in 2016, and in 2019, we began a natural resources program. During this time, many people stepped forward to say, I want to help. So with the help of a lead gift of $5 million from the Ackley Charitable Foundation, we were off and running. Collectively, we have raised over $10 million to fund this project, in addition to the college's funds. While we're still a few million short of our overall goal of $22.3 million, we didn't want to let COVID-19 slow us down. The Board of Governors approved the bids, and in April, we began site work. Although we have secured enough funds to complete construction of the facilities, additional dollars are still needed for equipment, technology, and furnishings inside the facility. So on this site right behind us, you can see the beginning of the vet tech facility. This will not only provide state-of-the-art technology and veterinary technology and animal science programs, it will establish efficiencies for surgeries and procedures being performed adjacent to labs and classrooms. It will allow Northeast the space to expand the number of vet tech students in the program where demand currently outstrips capacity. And behind the Chuck Pullman Ag Complex to the north, you will see additional construction taking place. This is the home of our new Ackley Family College Farm. You will see a large animal handling facility, as well as farm and feedlot operations. This includes space for a 50-head cow-calf herd, 4 horses, as well as animal shelters and pens for additional pigs and sheep. Improved facilities and equipment allow for safe training areas and simulate real life. They minimize loading and trailering of animals and provide increased hands-on opportunities for students. Both facilities are expected to be open in the fall 2021 semester. Join me now in recognizing Russ Baring and Jean Regal, our NEXUS campaign co-chairs. These 2 individuals have been extremely supportive of the project and are active leaders in the agricultural community. We are fortunate to call them our co-chairs. Russ resides in Scribner and operates Central Plains Milling in Howells in a partnership with Frontier Cooperative, where he also serves as Vice President of Nutrition. CPM manufactures feed for swine, cattle, and poultry. Russ also currently serves on the National Pork Producers Council. Jean and her husband John own Regal Cattle Company of Madison, alongside a son and daughter-in-law, Andy and Allison. Jean has served on many community activities and fundraisers. We're very fortunate to have her along with us, and including the Nebraska Cattlemen's Ball and the work she did there. So she's really active as well, and we couldn't appreciate the support and leadership of these 2 individuals. So please welcome them up, and we'll let them say a few words. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, it is so gratifying to be here today. When I think about sitting in my rocking chair and thinking about the top 10 things that I'm proud of being involved with in my life, this is definitely going to be towards the top. Getting to know and working with Russ will also be close to the top. What a guy. I have to confess that I was one of the squeaky wheels that came to the college years ago and just said, you've got to help us. We cannot find a qualified workforce to come to our feedlot and work. You know, there just has to be something that you can do, you know, to help us in this endeavor. And they not only listened, they got to work. And I just am so proud of what has been accomplished during the course of being involved with all of these wonderful volunteers. I toured the current livestock facility, and wow, I was shocked. Tara knows. I thought, what would entice anybody to want to go into this profession with this kind of facility? And so finding this, seeing this dream become a reality is just so rewarding for me. And it should be rewarding for you also, because as I learned through this process, 9 out of 10 students return or stay in Northeast when they attend Northeast College. And most of those go back to their hometown once they graduate. So when I went out, fundraising, I told people, don't do this for the college. Do this for your own ag business. It matters. And thank you all for your support.
Thank you, Jeannie. It's good comments. Couple of words come to my mind, and the faculty here, and relevance and commitment. And relevance happened when Dr. Cruzy and Dr. Chips came to my office and said, hey, what can we do to help you get people to, people that understand the technical aspects of agriculture and the jobs that we're offering in Northeast Nebraska. I was so impressed by that. It was amazing. So you guys get 100% or an A+ on that. That was really amazing to see a college actually coming out to a small business saying, how can I help you? And the other thing is, I'm in Howells and I live in Scribner, but I'm really out of the district. So that is how impressed I was. I wanted to get involved with this and help it and sit and help see it through. The other thing is, commitment. So we've got the faculty here who has contributed very well to this project. They believe in it. They burned the boats, right? I mean, you guys have all heard that story. They burned the boats. They're committed to this project, and so that is just an amazing thing. And then all the outreach from the investors and the people that are committed to this project as well. The pork producers, the soybean board, everybody that has gotten involved, the corn board, the commodity organization has been fantastic. So I'm completely grateful to the outpouring of contributions and the support of this project, the belief in the legacy of Northeast Nebraska and what we see in our farm communities and our small communities. It's a great day. I'm excited, and I'm so excited about what you see behind us and what that is going to provide to our small communities in the future. So thank you so much. You guys all deserve a really big round of applause for that.
So now I would like to call to the podium Trevor Jones. Trevor is the Government and Community Relations Advisor for TC Energy. They understand the value of building stronger, more vibrant communities through the corporate giving, and they want to make a special announcement here this morning. Trevor?
Good morning. I was going to page through and find the one that had the best joke, but I don't think I have time. So my name is Trevor Jones. I'm Public Affairs Advisor for TC Energy. I want to start by congratulating Northeast Community College, your students, your faculty, and your staff on this exciting new and innovative project. We understand all the hard work, the dedication, the teamwork of the project of this magnitude requires to get to this point, and all of you should be very proud. When we first heard about the NEXUS project, we realized the wonderful potential it could have in growing and reinvigorating the city of Norfolk and the state of Nebraska, as well as the future role in educating the next generation of farmers and ranchers. We are proud to announce today that TC Energy will be donating $500,000 to the NEXUS project. We are among many donors who have given to this worthwhile project, and it is our honor to be standing here today as one of many. Projects like this underscore not only the importance but the vitality of community colleges in Nebraska and the vital role they play in building a skilled and highly trained workforce needed to ensure a strong future for all Nebraskans, including those who have yet to start kindergarten or take the ACT. But this project is not only important for the future of Nebraska and Northeast Community College, it is important for the future of Norfolk and all the surrounding communities. Northeast Community College and this NEXUS project is helping develop the next generation of workers, giving them the skills and the training needed to build a strong and sustainable economies throughout Nebraska and rural America. Like many corporations and businesses, TC Energy has a long tradition of investing in communities along our business assets. We do it because it's simply the right thing to do, to give back to the communities where we do business, where our employees live and work. We also do it because it makes good business sense. Strong communities enhance the business climate for everyone, including TC Energy. As part of our community giving program, we partner with community and organizations every year, providing grants, awarding scholarships, or sponsoring local events to support our first responders, educational programs, and other projects to ensure that we're giving back to the communities where we live and work. In 2019, we invested more than $25 million in 1,000 communities across U.S. and Canada, supporting 2,500 different projects or scholarships. In Nebraska, we have invested more than $900,000 towards youth development, first responder, and environmental causes for both rural and tribal communities. We have had the honor of helping police departments acquire new radios, county fairs purchase new corrals, and volunteer fire departments acquire new equipment. The NEXUS project fits perfectly in our community investment strategy, of which education is a primary pillar. By increasing access to top-tier learning facilities and leading curriculum, we can help ensure a bright future for all students, the same students who will one day serve as future leaders here on campus and across Nebraska. This project is important to America at large. Through a combination of innovation, research, and hands-on experience, the NEXUS program will ensure that this nation will have a stable and secure food supply for decades, if not centuries to come. While protecting Nebraska resources for future generations, it is programs like this that put Nebraska at the forefront of agriculture, research, and development, and we are very much to be proud of it. So again, congratulations. We look forward to all the successes of the students in the program in the future to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Trevor, and thank you, Robin, too, for both coming today and being a part of this celebration. You know, Robin said to me, she goes, TC Energy supports one really large project each year, and they support many projects throughout the communities they're part of, but they support one big one every year, and this is the project this year. So thank you. We couldn't say enough about your support of what we do, so thank you. Before I introduce the last speaker, I want to celebrate the giving of another individual who is with us in spirit today. The late Norman Oshner of Norfolk was a draftsman at Nucor for many years until he was called back to the farm, to the family farm where he worked the remainder of his life. When he passed in May of 2018, Norman left his legacy to several Norfolk area chambers, including Northeast. He split his $2.4 million gift to Northeast, with half going to an endowment of scholarships for ag students, and the other half going towards an endowment for ag construction and maintenance. This will not only help us attract additional ag students to Northeast, it will also provide us funds into perpetuity for ongoing care and maintenance of the facilities. This is in addition to the other dollars we've raised for this construction. So that will actually help us take care of these facilities for years and years to come. What a lasting legacy and tribute to Norman. I think he'd be proud of what we're accomplishing here in his name. So please help me give a round of applause for Norman and his work. Now last, but certainly not least, I'd like to introduce our student speaker, Dara Ness of Kennebec, South Dakota. Dara is our sophomore vet tech student here this year, so come on up.
Got hung up there for a second. I once read that agriculture was the first occupation of man and the foundation of all other industries. Good morning. My name is Dara Ness. I am from Kennebec, South Dakota, and I am currently finishing up my final year here at Northeast, majoring in veterinary technology. Before I started college here at Northeast, I had looked at numerous schools. But while touring Northeast, I was greeted by friendly faces around campus and the vet tech buildings. Learning about the standards that Northeast has for its vet techs and all who graduate is what truly sets this school apart from all the others. These past 2 years have been impactful on my education as well as my life. See, it wasn't the facilities that taught me how to be a good vet tech. It was the teachers. Having teachers that devote their time and energy to bettering our education is what pushes students to try harder and think critically. Now, the current facilities and vet tech building will always be extraordinary, given the history behind them. How a once dairy farm was turned into a clinic with the help of devoted teachers. Although I couldn't be more excited for the new vet tech buildings and the facilities. This will hopefully allow for bigger class sizes, more innovative and up-to-date medicine, while sticking with the same standards that Northeast vet techs are known for. When I graduate from here, I plan on using my degree to fulfill my passion in working with animals and educating the people who care for them. But as we look toward the future of agriculture, we see more cabless tractors, more remote-controlled drones. But when we look to the future of veterinary medicine, we see people. People that care for animals. Northeast doesn't produce kombucha monkeys. Northeast produces caregivers, animal advocates, and lifesavers. Thank you.
Thank you, Dara. I really appreciate all the speakers for being here today and for everyone here in attendance to help us celebrate. And if you're watching online, thank you for being part of this and tuning in virtually. I really especially also want to thank all the people who brought all these tractors and equipment here today. From Dinkle Implement, Platte Valley, Acres Implement, Grosenberg Implement, Mitchell Equipment, Titan Machinery, and members of the Two Cylinder Club. Thank you for bringing these tractors and equipment for display. It is quite fitting to have the old and the new on display, much in the same way we are celebrating our past and looking forward to the future. We invite you all to visit our virtual site at agwaternexus.com. We have additional information about the project and the facilities. We have a 3D walkthrough of the facilities, and we have numerous donors and community leaders featured, sharing comments about why they support the project. If you are interested in giving a pledge or a one-time gift to the project, you can go online, or you can text AG to 402-383-FARM, or 402-383-3276. Any gifts of $500 or above will be recognized on a donor wall once construction is complete. I now invite Dr. Barrett, Mr. Shear, and other speakers here today to come up and take a picture. I also invite the board members and chamber ambassadors to get in a second picture to help us join and break ground for these new facilities at Northeast Community College. We also invite media friends to come up and film and take pictures. And then help yourself to the refreshments, and be sure to check out all the equipment that's here today, as well as our Precision Mobile Lab, which travels all over Nebraska to visit our high schools and showcases the latest technology in the industry. Thank you all for coming today, and we hope to see you all next fall for the opening of these facilities. Thank you. Okay.
Hey, Wes. Excellent job parking, hon. I wanted you to get a picture of Jacob and I wanted to get like the Northeast logo on the building in the back. Oh yeah, we can do this somewhere.
Okay, now we'll get the other board members, chamber ambassadors in here for a picture. Board members. Foundation board members, yes? Clark, Larry, I know you're back there somewhere. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what happened to that? I know, it's about to warm us up, right? He said he'd bring the Irish with him. Oh, yeah. I know, it's awful. How long will that go? It's kept in my pocket. Oh. Yeah. Is it online? Yes.
They didn't take one thing. I mean, they took some stuff out and threw it on the ground in my neighbor's yard. Right there. In the end, they didn't take a thing. I looked at him and said, is that difficult for you guys? A year ago, if I would come up like this, it would have been confirmed. My phone can't even tell who I am when I put it up to my Oh, yeah. Do you remember the days when you actually had to push the buttons to lock it on stuff?
Like I'm so depressed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
One, two. Ag faculty and students, can we have you come over here for a photo? Ag faculty and students, come over to the shovels for a photo. Thanks. So we got two.
How are you? You bet. Happy to be here. Okay, cool. Can I sneak Tracy away for a quick one-on-one?
Very good. Marty.
Seems like a nice fellow.
Can you see that, Aaron?
I did too. I was trying really hard not to.
Too much.
Yeah.
We got really pushy shit. Better price. Just to get a pressure on.
Well, he was telling me he's going to follow it. I said, well, then you only missed
There it is. You got a great outfit. There it is.
well deserved. Well deserved. Oh. No.
You'll never think. But it still takes something.
Where are you, Matt? Well, you deserve it. Well deserved. Yes. Yes, you have, I mean, between a street interview and annual makeup, that's awesome. You've had a good year other than wearing these masks. Okay, I'll see you
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting Kyle up here and meeting him up there. Let's bring it down and hold them because you go between West Point and Wisner, it sucks too. They used to have it, you know, we had that last do it, and you can stretch the money, but they want to make the whole shebang. I get it, but you know what? If you didn't have enough money, I think I would take care of it. People have a lot of We're not. Comes back to Ackley. I know where it's